two players can play against each other anywhere in the world. They play for fish coins to move up the leaderboard in their region to be able to win some prizes. Let's take a look. Whenever you go fishing, all you do is open up the Fish Coin app. Make sure you have enough fish coins in your Fish Coin wallet. If not, you can choose from any of the Fish Coin packages. Once you've done this, you can click on Active Maps and search for any active players anywhere in the world. You can click on them to see their profile and stats. From here, you can send them a game request. Now all you need to do is set up the game. Choose how many fish coins you want to play for, then send request. This will notify the player with a sound, and that player can choose to accept or decline the game request. The player accepted, and now you have a 1 hour fishing competition between each other for the Fish Coin prize pot. When you catch a fish, take a picture of that fish, and this will give you a fish score in Fish Coins and a bonus for small, medium or large. The opponent will get a notification whenever a fish has been caught. All fish caught during the game are scored accordingly. The last 10 minutes of the game, all fish scores are worth double Fish Coins. At the end of the game, the player with the most Fish Coin score wins the prize pot. And can share it on any social media platform. Welcome to the new Fish Coin game. All right, g'day guys. Welcome back to the second semi-final of Fly Fish Live today between Sean Maher and Tom O'Connor. We just had some technical difficulties and there's a big electrical storm just went through there. But we believe we're right now, ready to rock and roll. Let's have a look at the results from round two. If you haven't seen them already, these are the results from round two. So the winner of this match will cement their spot in the world final May next year, along with Mark Driver, who just won the match against Dave Coughlin. And the loser from this game will go on to play Dave Coughlin for the hit out for the third position to head to the world final. So they do have the double chance here, but if they do win today, they have cemented their spot to the world final. All right, so the finals draw, you can see there. So the winner will play Mark Driver and the loser will come up against Dave. All right, let's head over to the competitors. Let's go down to Sean down there. Shawnee, mate, are you there, bud?
Can you hear me okay?
Mate? Yeah, got you, mate. Where? how's the weather down there, mate? What river are you fishing on?
I'm on the river Function, the same as Mark and Dave were on this morning. Same spot I was in yesterday, but it's rising. It's in flood, unfortunately, but we'll see how we get on.
See how you get on. All right, good luck, mate. We'll get you straight into this game, and we'll be back with you in a few seconds. We'll let you go off and get ready. Good luck. Let's cross over to Tom O'Connor. Are you there, Tom?
I sure am.
How are you, mate? Whereabouts are you fishing?
Yeah. I'm on the river Function as well, probably the only river fishable in Munster.
Okay. Well, good luck, mate. We're gonna let you go off and get ready, and we'll get straight into this game. We'll just say a big thanks to our sponsors. So we've got Meander Fly Co., Piscari Fly, Syndicate Fly Fishing, and Syndicate EU, and Gibflix. Brad there does an awesome job behind the scenes, and you guys will get to meet him in the world final. But thanks again for the sponsors. Make sure you get on their socials, hit them up on the social, give them a follow, and check out their website. They've got some great gear. All right, let's get down straight into the game. We'll head down to the competitors. All right, competitors, are you guys ready?
Ready? Yeah, all ready.
Cool.
Yeah, ready, yeah.
And I'll count down from 5, and then the siren will go, and away you go. All right, are you ready? Set. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, go. All right, so we have Dave Donovan on the camera for Tom O'Connor, and we've got Kevin, I should say, Kevin over there for Sean. Dave, mate, are you there, Dave?
I'm here, Josh, yeah, go ahead.
What sort of setup has Tom got there for this sort of by the river?
Yeah, look, I tell you, it's the river's in a big flood here. It's really getting more and more difficult. But Tom's setup is just 2-3 mil beads. It's just going to be hit and miss. It's going to be a handful of fish is going to win this. It's going to be very, very difficult.
Basically, the first fish in this game is going to be crucial, I think, because if it's going to be a low scoring match, then it's going to come down. If it's a draw, it'll come down to who caught the first fish.
Okay.
If we go over to Kevin, are you there, Kev?
Yeah, here, Josh. Yeah.
What sort of setup is Sean running with down there? Is he
at the moment, camera and a small bead underneath.
Fish on for Tom.
Fish on for Tom.
Fish in the net for Tom.
Fish in the net for Tom. Oh, wrong side. Good afternoon, Robbie. Tight lines to both. G'day, Noah on Twitch. Hey, you're asleep, mate. All good. John Ratchford, best of luck, lads. Thanks, guys, for your patience. We're really happy to get this game underway. Big electrical storm just went over these guys not long before we hooked up.
Josh, there's more actually thunder and lightning behind me. It's really banging here. It's going to get worse, I think.
Let's hope it stays away from you.
Fish in the net.
The net for Tom. Dave, with your experience with these floodwaters, do you fish it a lot different, or do you just go with the same game plan?
Yeah, it's just you to go to the shallower water where it's not as deep and dirty. And there's, believe it or not, there's olives hatching off. There's fish rising in the floodwater, but they're really selective feeding on the olives. There's fish jumping basically everywhere, maybe beyond dry flies, but it's just hard not to stay nymphing because just okay, as long as we keep I just hope the signal stays because the wind is starting to blow now, and it mightn't look so bad on the picture, but it's pretty bad. Come on, fishing the net for Tom.
Fishing the net for Tom. Tom's off to a bit of a flyer. Hey, are you there, Kevin? Is Shawnee got his game plan worked out? Has he got his how much time he's going to spend in one spot? Is it going to be similar to what we saw yesterday, or is he going to move up to that bridge? If that bridge comes into play.
There's a lot of fish rising where he is at the moment, so he might spend a bit of time here, and when he's finished, I'd say he might move up into the fast water. It depends on how this fish is, I'd say.
Fishing the net for Tom.
Fishing the net for Tom.
Let Tom keep it up.
Sean just needs to settle his nerves with the fish, and he'll be straight back in it. Dave Coughlin just jumped on. Best of luck, lads. Dave will be
fish on
coming
for Tom.
up.
Fishing the net for Tom.
Fishing the net for Tom. Colleen O'Connor, tight lines, lads. Good luck.
Fishing the net for Tom.
Fishing the net for Tom. He's off to a flyer.
Almost a really fast start.
Oh, we do have someone that's just jumped on board in the commentary box with us. We have Noah Shapiro back from the USA. Are you there, Noah?
Here.
How are you, mate? Well, welcome back. Welcome back to the commentary box, mate.
Fish for Sean, Josh.
Fish for Shawnee. How's
Sean?
Noah, what do you think looking at these rivers?
They
think it's
both
gonna be
seem
tough?
pretty similar, but sorry.
You're right.
Keep going.
Are they gonna be tough tough to score a lot of fish, but we've just seen Tom go off to an absolute flyer.
Catching 6 fish in the first 7 minutes, that's great to just try to get him ahead in the beginning. And then Sean needs to pick up. I mean, 1 fish in 8 minutes or 7 minutes in reality isn't that bad, but if Tom keeps up at this pace of 6 fish in 7 minutes or 7.5 minutes now, it's going to be a lot tougher to keep up. That being said, both of them look to be on some pretty good water, and if there's a lot of fish rising, like I heard earlier, they both definitely have a shot. 5 fish isn't a lot to make up, you know?
And as a competitive fly fisherman yourself, fish rising, will they take a nymph, or you want to switch to a dry? You're better off to switch to a dry if there's lots rising, or you just keep flicking nymphs at them?
I mean, that's really dependent on the fish, but there's been very few fish that I've seen rising that I haven't been able to catch on a nymph. For my first session, every single fish I caught was rising. I didn't throw a single dry fly. I just nymphed through there and fished nymphed high in the water column. But that's something that might work over in the US and might be a little bit less effective out in Ireland. One of the things I could see them doing, I've talked to some people and heard some things about fishing in Ireland, is fishing some wet flies into them.
Yeah, looks like Shawnee's on there.
Looks like Sean's like that. Yep.
Fish for Sean.
Fish for Shawnee. That will settle his nerves, I think.
Yep. He's back on them. And
2-6. And there's 51 minutes left. And we have seen Shawnee, pretty cool, level-headed customer. I don't think this will bother him if he's off to a slower start. I think he'll settle down here shortly.
We've seen some really impressive comebacks during this competition, and being down by 4 fish is nothing at this point. Sean could easily make that up in 3 casts. Yeah. It's interesting, their water types. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, your experience with like the flooded type of water is over in the US. Is it really tough fishing when it's flooding like it is here?
Yeah, when it floods, it's really tough to fish the water type effectively. But what I'm impressed with, their rivers are so much lower and slower than the rivers, at least out west here in the US. So we have a lot of flooding conditions right now. We have my local river just bumped to like 700 CFS from this past winter. It was around 8 or 9. So we've also been having a good bit of flooding rivers, but they don't look like that. Our flooding rivers, they look like a massive current going down the middle. So I'm intrigued to see how this will fish as a flooded river versus how flooded rivers out west fish.
Yeah, I think this is not quite flooded, but I think the water's on its way up after a lot of rain.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Alison Thomas O'Brien.
Fish in the net for Tom.
Fish in the net for Tom. 2-7. Yeah, Alison Thomas O'Brien on Facebook. Good luck, lads, watching from South Africa again. Welcome back, Alison. Greg Crook over on YouTube. Awful conditions for both guys. It sure is, mate. Mother Nature has not played very well for us over the last couple of weeks.
It's good that they both have it, though. It's not one person has to deal with it while the other one has perfect conditions. They both have to struggle to catch their fish.
Yeah. It's good to see they're actually on the same river.
Yeah.
But we've got Wastefield, Story, Josh and
Over
Noah,
here
and then
as
we
well,
got
Tom. Nice pockets.
you can hear Dave sitting there
Okay.
encouraging you.
I understand.
The score is 2-7 and there's 47.5 minutes to go. So the winner of this match will come up against Mark Driver next in the game for first and second in the grand final, and the loser will come up against Dave Coughlin to try and steal that third position for the world final. And don't forget Sector 3 is coming up in July. If you want to have a crack at it, if you've already been involved also, and you want to have another stab at it, try and get to the world final, make sure you go in and register as soon as possible. They are filling up fast, and or if you've got any questions, send me a message. I'll get back to you as soon as possible.
Keep into this bank.
Josh at flyfishlive.com. All the rules are on the website, flyfishlive.com. And if you want to register, just head to that website and scroll down to the big green button at the bottom and hit that, and we will get in touch with you as soon as we see you register.
You're well ahead.
Are you there, Kevin?
Yeah, I'm here, Josh. Yeah.
How's Shawnee going? We can't quite see if he's lost any yet or had any other fish on it. Has he dropped any?
Met two, and that's about it, really.
Yep.
Go slowly on now, Tom. They're in there.
Good strike rate at the minute.
Yeah.
They hold a small bit of line, Tom. About 6 inches, a little bit. Yeah, now you have it.
One of the things that not a lot of people mention, but I'm watching both these guys do, I think is really impressive, is they're standing both close to chest deep in some really fast moving water, and they're also walking upstream in said water. They're not coming to the bank, walking up the bank, going back out. And that takes a ton of energy and a ton of leg strength, because I can see both of their rivers. They definitely have a good amount of flow going in there. So walking up with large flow, chest deep, is a really difficult skill.
Without going for a swim.
It takes a lot of strength. Yeah.
and that water, the current underneath what you can see is probably 3 or 4 times stronger than what you're looking at from the surface.
Exactly. I mean, just looking at a few places, just some small places in there, you can see the grass, for example, on Tom's screen, just waving with the flow. It's not just a soft thing. It's
fish on for
being down. So
is that fish on for Sean, Kev?
Yeah, fish for Sean. Yeah.
Fish for Sean. Yep. 3-7. 44 minutes to go. We've got Lee Horde.
Gone,
good
Tom.
luck, lad. Deck G on YouTube. Come on, Tom.
either of them could go to a hot spot on the river and just pick up 4 or 5 fish.
Fish on for Tom, fish in the net.
So
Fish in the net for Tom.
Tom might have one.
He whipped that in straight away.
Yeah.
Amazing. Like we saw in the last game, we saw that it only takes half a second to get once you see these guys hook one, that's in the net with it a second later.
Tom is known for his speed.
Yeah. You didn't even have time to finish saying fish on for Tom, and he had it in the net. And Noah, you were talking about that last game. You jumped in the commentary box about how it's a skill that you need to try and perfect. It makes a big difference in competition fishing.
Yeah, especially with fish on the smaller side. It saves you so much time if you're able to, we call it either hooping or boat flip them out here.
Yeah.
But it saves a ton of time, and you can see my sessions, except my last session because I was going bigger fish. But even so, my first session, I basically did that nonstop. Once I hooked a fish, just lifted it out and flew it towards me and netted it. And it's a hard one to do. It's really a lot more difficult than it looks like. I mean, pretty much it is like playing basketball. We have our hoop that we're trying to get in, and we're shooting the fish at us. It's a bit of a reverse basketball, but
do you have any little tips or tricks to practice?
I actually do. I will occasionally go out with my rod and my leader setup, and I will tie a pen on the end of my tippet, and then kind of throw the pen out there, have my net ready to grab, or maybe in my handle ready. Like I know, I believe Peter and Mark do a style like that where it's already in their hand. But I'll just lift up, aim, and grab my net and net it as it's coming towards me. I can spend like an hour and a half outside doing that if I really think I need to practice on it. But normally I'll spend like 10 or 15 minutes just practicing sending a pen, which should be around the weight that you would boat flip at you.
Nice, good little tip for any of those guys starting
Fish
out.
on for Tom. Fish in the net.
Fish in the net. The score is 3-9, and there's 40 minutes to go. Alan O'Leary, come on, Sean.
I was in there.
That's rising heavy, Tom. So,
what was that one? Shawnee's really covering that water there. He must know there's fish there. He had a lot of fish jumping there. Is that right, Kev?
Yeah, just took to the left-hand side. Quite a few fish rising earlier on, but I did the thunder showers is after kind of putting them down.
Yeah. There's some big change in the weather. Alan O'Leary. And Noah, for those guys, we had someone ask about, like, how do you go about, is there any competitions for people just beginning, starting out? Those guys we had.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Dave, no, you're right now. You're right, Dave, don't worry. We had someone talk about
fish in the net.
Fish in the net for Tom. We had someone talk about competition fishing and just for beginners.
Fish on for Tom. Fish in the net.
Fish in the net for Tom.
That was really quick.
2 quick ones. Could it have been the same fish?
No.
No.
Actually, Josh, you might need to review that one. He may have hit the side of the net. I'm not so sure. You better check that one later on.
All right, thanks, Dave. We will look at that one. 38, 39. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, we'll come back to that question. Shawnee's on, is he? No, he's on the sticks.
Well
Tom is. Yeah, no. what would you suggest to someone that just wants to start into competition fishing? Is there certain level competitions that you should try first, or it doesn't matter what level competition you go and have a go at? You just got to get in there and have a go. Is there something? What was your first competition? Did you go to a high level to try to start, or?
Well, I started off doing a few derbies here and there, nothing too major, but my first true Phipps Moosh style competition was youth national championships. And don't be afraid to fail on your first couple competitions. My first competition, youth nationals, I believe I got like 29th out of 32 or something. Because that happens whenever you go out to a competition, especially. I wasn't that good. I still don't think I'm that good. But when you go out to those competitions, you're there, A, to just have fun, experience the competition, to learn some stuff. And then, especially when you're starting out, your third goal is to win it and still try to win it. But I would go to any competition that would let you in and just be like, this seems like a fun competition, so I'm going to try it. And just go try it. That's what I did with youth nationals more.
Fish in the net.
And it was fun. I enjoyed it enough to basically competitively fish for the next 3 or 4 years, and hopefully more.
Fish in the net for Tom.
Fish in the net for Tom.
There's well, Tom. They're rising. Just try it and earn odd cast. Both sides. Loved it. Come back here again if you're not happy.
It's always a lot of fun, and it always puts it in your head that when you see rising fish, always know that you've got that chance because you know there's a fish there. Would you rather see fish rising, Noah, or would you rather just be working pockets without seeing fish?
That's a tough one. I feel like, in a way, pocket water is a lot easier to nymph through and to catch a fish, and also to, stay away from said fish.
Tom, go that far. I just want you just a small bit. This is here as well. I only want you to turn around.
A rising fish is a catchable fish. Any fish you see rising, you're able to catch that fish. So I probably would like to see some risers. If I see a bunch of risers and they're not eating, that will be frustrating, but not much you can do about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shawnee's. How would you think that Shawnee's he's really trying to push through that water there? It must be pretty tough by the look of that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I mentioned earlier. It can be insanely difficult to wade some of these rivers and some of the stretches of these rivers. Even if it looked relatively calm there, that would, I'm sure everyone in the world would struggle trying to wade up that. So
would you suggest in this sort of a match? Looks like Shawnee's on, is he? This one for Sean. He lost him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Would you suggest
fish on for Tom? Fish in the net.
Fish in the net.
That's quick.
Yeah. No. Would you think about getting out of the river with water running this quick? Would you get out of the river if you wanted to move up at a fair pace, or would you just stay in the water and keep punching through?
Well, if you have a spot higher up that you want to hit, maybe some pocket or something like that, I could definitely see just completely getting out of the river and running up to that spot.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to work your way and fish your way up, in flood conditions, a lot of fish like to go to the banks of the river. So by walking up on the banks or near the banks, you'll probably spook a lot of fish and miss a lot of fish.
Yeah.
So I think that's one of the reasons why we see both of them walking up in the middle of the river, which is the most difficult place to walk up. And they're trying to leave those banks, which have easier flow
Fish on for Tom.
for the fish. They'd be
Fish on for Tom.
easier to walk
Fish
in.
in the net. Well
Fish
done,
in the
Tom.
net.
And that one took like a good 10 seconds. Taking a while.
So in flooded water, what you're saying is you tend to catch more fish on the banks of the river, when it's more water.
Yeah. There's a lot more fish on the banks normally than on the in the middle of the river. So you try to walk up the middle of the river and fish the banks, fish both banks. The problematic part about that is walking up a flooding, fast-flowing river is extremely difficult, but it gets the job done. So
It's all right, no.
you're good.
We've got Mark Driver just came on who just won the last match. A lot of rising fish in Sean's beat where he started it before match started. Dry dropper washing line style would have been very effective. Maybe things change, but could be different match possibility if he had started that way. Hopefully he can settle and get into a rhythm coming up to the top of his beat.
Looks to be
How much time left, Josh, please?
There is 31 minutes left, mate, and the score is 3-15.
41 minutes left, Sean. 31.
So we're coming to the halfway point. Kevin, is it raining?
No, it's actually stopped raining now, yeah.
Oh, that's good. There must be flies flying around or something. Looked like there was a bit of rain on the screen. Is there a lot of insect life there? Hey, Kev.
Yeah, there's a few, seems like a few olives and stuff flying around.
Fish time for Tom. Fish in the net.
Fish in the net.
Take your time, Tom. Don't let him break that. Good.
I'd love to be in person watching Tom net these fish because they're insanely quick. It's like
So just past halfway. 3 plays 16. 30, just under 30 minutes to go. It'd be interesting to see if Tom has any little tricks to his net practice, or is it just he goes out fishes?
Sure, that's part of it, but I don't see nets. Yeah, netting is a interesting conversation because, especially when they're wading as deep as they are wading. It's hard to get a net that will be as efficient as you want and be not fall down like all the way down the zinger into the current. So Tom definitely has something set for that.
So see, Shawnee's moved upstream now. Let's hope he hits a couple of pockets up here.
Yeah, he's 13 behind, but 13 fish is not that many in reality. And you have half an hour, you can definitely pull 13, if not more. So it can still be a relatively close match.
We've got Aidan Gill on here. Noel, what's the best colour nymph for muddy waters? We'll ask you first, Noah. What do you prefer?
Can I say two?
Yeah.
Two colors.
Yeah.
You gotta go with black. Black is the OG, the original dark colored water. But then I also like a dark purple, like a dark kind of flashy purple. I don't know why I've just been fishing beadhead. You know, I don't really change up the beadhead that much in muddy water, but I try to go a little bit more flashy. So like maybe silver beaded or
Take your time, Tom. You have a half an hour. You're way ahead. More to your left.
Then again, most of the fish out in Colorado aren't extremely bead picky. So I don't have the utmost knowledge on bead colors and all that. That being said, I do try to go a bit more flashy in muddy water so the fish can see it. Yeah. I'm trying to find a package that says what color the purple dubbing eye is I use, but I don't know. All my fly tying gear is packed up because I'm leaving on a plane in like
into the bank there behind you.
2 hours.
You're leaving in a plane?
Yeah. First plane in like literally 2 years. I'm excited.
We've got a
Fish
poll
on for
going.
Tom, fish in the net.
Fish in the net for Tom. We've got a bit of a poll running at the moment, and there's 82% say from this point Tom's going to win. There's a couple there that think that Sean's got a chance to come back. If we cross down to Dave Donovan, are you there, mate?
Yes, Josh, I can hear you.
What's your best colour nymph for muddy water?
Fish on for Tom, fish in the net.
Fish in the net for Tom. Was that Shawnee as well?
Yeah, fish in the net for Sean.
Yeah, fish in the net for Sean.
Yeah, Josh, just answer your question. Your copper is always a good colour. Fish in the net for Tom.
Fish in the net for Tom.
Yeah, Tom is fishing a bit of shallow water over there now on the far bank. There's only about 2 feet of water there, and there seems to be a lot of small fish over there. So you should be able to get a few more over there, hopefully.
And that's the colour beadhead was the copper you're saying. What about the body of the nymph?
Yeah, he's got there's a great hatch of olives on at the moment. So we're using like hares. There's always a great combination for when olives are hatching when they're nymphing. So here's here a couple of turns of maybe a little tackle behind the bead. And there's a little red arse on it. He's also got a silver bead on the dropper. Now he's been changed. Fish on for Tom, fish in the net.
Fish up, fish in the net.
Crazy quick.
Katie
one of the things is that
we've got Katie
one of the things that Dave mentioned.
Yeah. you go, mate.
Fish on for Tom, fish in the net.
Fish in the net for Tom. Tom has really
one of the things that Dave mentioned that is, yeah, it's good to mention is the hackle or a CDC, a soft hackle, something like that. That's huge in muddy water. That adds movement to your fly, and that's really important if you're going to be tying some flies in muddy water. Like either go squirmy or have some soft tackles and soft tackle moves.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got Katie O'Sullivan. Great going, Tom. Keep it up. Katie, baby sister. And black or bright? Tony's asking black or bright. Is basically the
question. I normally go black, but I have bright in there, if you know what I mean. have UV thread, so I'll make like a hot spot at the collar for some bright.
Tom, move on.
I rarely do anything that's too insanely bright besides maybe a squirmy, an egg, a mop. Mops aren't even that bright, but I'm not much of a bright. That being said, I go more dark than bright, and then add some bright spots to kind of get their attention.
Yeah.
Go up the middle and pass over.
Aidan Gill said he'll get on the vice, so thanks for those tips.
Yeah. Oh, you just reminded me. I have not packed my vice yet. Would suck if I if I went and I didn't have my vice.
We'd like to see Shawnee. We'd love to see Shawnee get onto a couple of pockets with a whole few fish. We've seen how quickly Tom can catch them. If Shawnee can find a pocket like that as well, he can get straight back in this. We do.
It seems like he's
in tight to that bank.
22 minutes left.
22 left, Sean.
24 minutes left.
Seems like he's pretty far behind, but it's definitely possible for him to make up, especially if Tom slows down and Sean finds a really nice pocket. He can pick out a lot. I don't know if he's fishing single nymph rig or double nymph rig, but a double nymph rig, always the possibility of a double. So that can happen as well. And it'll be a good match either way.
We see Shawnee's coming up to this bridge, and yesterday's match against Dave Coughlin, Tom O'Connor was commenting that there's a lot of fish in this area where this bridge is. So let's hope that Shawnee can find them.
Yeah. I don't remember what match it was, but there was another match where we saw that bridge as well. There was a lot of fish pulled off that bridge. So, but that also shows you, if you can go back to, I think the match was last week, but I may be wrong. But if you can go back and look at that match, you can be like, wow, the water is up a lot. That is significantly higher than what it was maybe a week or 2 weeks ago.
Over to your left. Yeah. Up to the two white rocks in the middle.
Okay.
Fish on for Shawnee.
Fish for Sean.
Fish in the net.
There you go.
Yep.
Knew there had to be some fish in there. Oh,
couple
another
more quick ones. Couple more quick ones. He'll if you can get hold of a couple more quick ones, he'll really boost his confidence.
Keep going, yeah. Look for shallow water. Fish on for Tom. Fish in the net.
Fish in the net. Got John Luca here. He's can be possible to come back for Sean, but when you have a machine fish catcher like Tom, even those hard conditions, it's tough. We've got on YouTube too, Painted Snails. Keep kicking ass, Dad. The Blackwater King.
Man, Sean.
Shawnee's on again.
There he goes.
Have to chase him downstream a bit.
Yep.
Fish for Sean.
Fish for Sean.
Onto a nice little pocket there. Already in this past 12 minutes, he caught more fish than he did in the first 30 minutes. So that's a good sign. I don't know if my math is right on that, but it sounds good. So
we'll run with it, mate. We'll run with it.
Yep. Yeah.
This fastest type of water too, do you tend to try and cast as close as you can to yourself, or those longer casts, it's harder to keep control of the line, or?
longer casts are definitely harder to keep in control and make a good drift. That being
Up
said,
the middle
does he have another one? He's got another. There we go.
The fishing, Sean?
Yeah.
Yep.
You
My
don't
shot.
have the line, Tom. It's deep there. No, not too bad.
Colleen O'Connor, fishing the net, Sean, keep them coming. 7:22.
See, he's on a good spot. It wouldn't be impossible for him to make a comeback here. It would be difficult, but he's doing about as good as he can. So I could see it. It's possible.
17 and a half minutes to go, guys, and the 7 plays 22, Tom's favour.
Yep.
20 minutes left, Tom.
Needs 15 fish to get
17
ahead
minutes left, shot.
in 17. Tough.
He wants to aim and fish a minute.
Yeah.
We have
I've
seen
seen
it.
a lot of other people do that, though. Oh, and he's got another one.
Fish for Shawnee. We have seen it before, fish a minute.
Yep.
We've seen over 60 fish caught. That was with when it wasn't just salmonoids, but you know you can definitely catch them. I know that Tom O'Connor's had practices where he's got over 60 in 60 minutes.
I haven't gotten remotely that close yet, but Tom is just a machine. It's kind of scary. Well, I think we got lost radio feed from Tom as well, but
We have lost Tom. If we head down to Sean, we can head over to Shawnee. We've lost Tom's camera, and is this a chance for Shawnee to come back?
maybe if the camera's completely off and Tom can't catch another fish, then Sean basically has 16 minutes to go 14 fish. Possible. 15 fish, I guess, to win. 14 to tie. Then again, I hope we haven't completely lost Tom.
No, it'll be
If you guys can hear David O'Donovan, that's who's, I think. If you guys can hear us, you've lost it. We've lost you.
We've lost you. It's 8:22. He's got. There's plenty of time left here for Sean. If Tom and Dave can't get back online, it's Shawnee needs. What does he need? He needs 15 fish. Dave's coming back here.
Yep.
Shawnee hasn't moved. He's still sitting in that one spot. He's confident. Must be.
We know it's a good spot, and there's a lot of good-looking water there. Some nice seams. Is there 15 fish? I'm not sure, but
Hello?
G'day, Tom.
Yeah, I got it on my phone now. Dave's phone went dead.
Yeah, got you, mate. Got you, mate. Just turn your phone sideways.
Um, hold on a second, if you can do it with my phone.
Yeah, mate, we've got you. Just
Can you
need.
see me?
No. Now we do. Yes. You need to turn your camera to the back camera. Shawnee's got a chance here. Need to switch your camera.
I can't. I don't know what to do here. Let's see if he was on. I don't know. He wants me to turn it around. He can only see me.
there should be a button where you can
You know how to,
reverse.
been pretty lucky. Shawnee hasn't picked any up yet.
Tom, it's gone off again like it was earlier on. Yeah, but sure, that'll only works about 40 seconds. Hold that. Tell him to try more.
Can you try Dave's phone again? Josh.
Yeah, mate.
He's got a power pack. He's putting his phone on the power pack.
All right, mate. This is Shawnee's big chance here, Noah. If you can pick up a few quick ones.
Yeah.
What's left?
There's some good looking water there right beneath that bridge, but we'll see if he's able to pull some from it.
In your experience, Noah, do the fish tend to sit the bottom side of the bridge or above the bridge?
I found fish. I found fish in both locations, but I pretty consistently see fish right the bridge, especially in water type like this, where there's the bridge provides some nice pockets. Normally there's some fish there.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, Dave.
Yeah. Can you see me now, Josh?
Yeah. No.
Well.
I think we can see him actually.
Yeah, we can. We can, Dave.
Tom, fish.
We've got
Tom, is a fish on for Tom?
fish on.
Did you
for
get that?
Tom. Yeah, we've got that one.
I think so.
Wow, that was different.
Yeah.
Oh, we're back.
Shawnee's right out there now, right up waist deep water.
That's impressive right there. That takes determination and skill to be able to wade that deep and hopefully catch some fish out there as well. He has a really good pocket on that far side that I can see. So
I think that's what he's aiming to do. Great work there by Kevin for the little zoom in.
Yep. Oh, there it shallows out. It's going to be a tough one.
We've got 10 minutes left, guys. Last 10 minutes.
10 minutes, Sean.
It's possible. He needs 16 fish to get it, to even out in 10 minutes. It's difficult, but it's been done before. I've seen it before, so yeah, he's right in that pocket on that far side. You know there has to be a few fish staying up there.
And like fishing downstream like that, like
Take
Shawnee
your
was.
time.
Is that just as effective fishing downstream as it is upstream?
I don't fish downstream enough, but I know it's a really effective technique, especially in styles like swinging wet flies and downstream dry, etc., etc. So I'm sure with all the wet flies, I don't know really Sean's background, but I'm sure he feels confident going down there and fishing downstream or relatively downstream with him. So if he feels confident doing that, then I'm sure he'll pull some fish doing it. Hope he will.
8.5 minutes left, guys. The score is 8-23. Yeah, Tom was very lucky there when we lost him, and very, very lucky Shawnee didn't hit a couple of pockets where it could have easily been 17, 18 fish.
Yep.
Fish on?
No, lost.
Lost?
Ah. One of the other things that I've seen both Tom and Sean doing pretty effectively here, they have not dropped a lot of fish. Tom's flying them. You're bound to drop a few, and he's dropped one in, I believe, 24 fish he's hooked. So that's a really good start, or not really good start. It's almost over. That's a really good session. I've been working on not dropping fish, but it's a lot easier said than done.
You're always going to drop fish. We've been told. Does that
5 minutes, Tom.
Does that tend to drop your confidence if you lose a fish, or you just got to try and cut that out and just pretend you didn't even have the fish?
Well, you always try to pretend like, oh, I didn't even have a fish. It's fine. It doesn't matter. But it's definitely, no matter what happens, it'll get to your confidence in some way, and you just have to power through it. Because what's going to happen, I promise you, if you drop one fish, now you're thinking about dropping
My
fish.
phone is about to pop. Yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking about dropping fish, and you go, okay, I
Josh,
want to
can you hear me?
quicker.
Yeah, we've got you, Dave. We've still got your picture, mate.
Yeah, my phone is about to lose power again. My battery pack is
All right.
loosed.
We've got 6.5 minutes left, and it's 8:23.
Oh, there.
We just lost Tom. If we cross over to Shawnee's got 6 minutes 20 seconds left, and he needs 16 fish. Can it be done, Noah? Do you reckon if we can't get Tom back in?
You know, I never think it's over until it's truly over. It's a tough one, but is it possible? It's on the edge of possibility, but it is possible. So we'll see what Sean does, and maybe he is able to clutch this out. And even if he doesn't, if he pulls 2-3 more fish, still a good start. He had only 3 fish or 2 fish by the halfway mark, so being up to 8 already is pretty impressive. And pulling a few more fish is also going to be pretty cool and pretty impressive. He's given some serious weighting. You can tell he cares about this. He wants to be in the world finals because he's fishing hard. So
at this stage, he might have a rematch against Dave Coughlin as he played yesterday. So we've got 5 minutes left. G'day, Tom. We can hear you.
Yeah. Can you see me?
No, mate, we can't see you yet. Shawnee's going back towards those banks. No,
Hi, Sean.
Look, like you're saying, best place to. Oh, Shawnee's on.
oh, look at that.
Hey, Sean.
Fish for
Come
Sean.
fishy. There you go.
Is it too late?
You
We've
know,
got 4.5 minutes left.
Still there, Tom.
it'd be really difficult at this point to catch up, and you can see that with the scores. He needs way too many, 15 fish to win in 4 minutes. I've never seen it. That being said, there's a first for everything. So
We're gonna have to say that. Sorry, Shawnee just missed one there. We're gonna have to say that the guy behind the scenes, Brad Gibb from Gibb Flicks, is doing an amazing job with all this technical issues and stuff, bringing you guys this this game. We've got you,
Can
Tom.
you hear me?
Yeah, Dave, we've got you.
Can you see Tom there?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
we
can
can.
see Tom.
Okay.
There's 3.5 minutes left.
I can't rotate the phone, so I have the phone turned like so.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good,
well,
mate.
if you can see him, let me know. Okay.
3 minutes, Tom.
3 minutes left. Like we said, Shawnee's fishing back on those banks, and that's where he was picking them up, wasn't he? Down the bank line.
Fish lost.
Yeah. Just kind of what I expected with the banks. The banks seem to, whenever it floods, the banks seem to make a huge difference.
Fish in the net for Tom.
It's going to be a tough one for Sean to come up, but he could. It's possible.
2 minutes 40. It looks like it's going to be Sean versus Dave again, trying to hit it out against each other to try and reach to the world final at this stage.
Yep.
Not over yet until the fat lady sings. that's what they say over there in Oz. So we've got just over 2 minutes to go, guys. The score is 9-24. Tom's favour. And an awesome job by Brad Gibb over there at Gibbflix, bringing these screens to you.
It'd be a fun one to compete against Tom in World Championships. He seems like he's really efficient. He's really quick, and he knows those rivers. So he's going to, if he does get to World Championships, he's definitely going to be a strong contender, along with people like Tom Jarman and has Mark Driver made it? If Mark Driver made it, then him as well.
Mark Driver's just cemented his spot in the world final today. So
Yep.
far we have yourself, Noah, we have Tom Jarman, we have Mark Driver, and possibly at this stage it's going to be Tom O'Connor by the looks of it. With 1 minute 10 seconds left.
1 minute, Tom.
That is a scary group of competitors there.
That's a pretty powerful lineup at this stage.
Yeah. I do not want to get any of those so far to compete against.
45 seconds. It'd just be nice to get Shawnee, just get one more fish, get those double figures. But it is tough water by the look of it, in that deeper water.
Yeah.
Tom's fishing a lot shallower.
Yeah. There's definitely,
25 seconds.
I'm sure there's a bit down there, but in flooded conditions, that's always a difficult location to really pull a bunch of fish.
Your left, Tom. Shallow up there to your left.
15 seconds.
15 seconds, Tom. Fish on for Tom,
5.
fish in the net.
Fish in the net.
Last second.
Wow. And game over, guys. Wow. That was very, very interesting. Tom O'Connor has cemented his spot in the world final. But Shawnee's still got another chance. Coming up, he will come up against Dave Coughlin for a hit out. That's going to be an absolute ripper, I reckon. We've got Tom there now. Let's cross over to Tom. Are you there, Tom?
He's calling you.
Hello, Josh. How's things?
Congratulations, mate.
Oh, thanks very much. It was crazy. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. I'd say we're probably in the only river in Munster that's half fishable. Look, we got there. It was. I need a whiskey. Thanks John for a brilliant game, and I'm sorry it didn't work out for Sean. You know, I heard that Sean's water was actually twice as bad as mine. That you couldn't even see into Sean's water. So there's a flood on the way down. So Sean didn't have much of a chance really. And look, that's the way it goes. And Sean's a fantastic angler, and I wish him well in the playoff.
Yeah, Shawnee will be coming up against Dave Coughlin to try and get that final world final spot. But Tom O'Connor, mate, congratulations again, bud, and well fished. Did you drop many fish?
I want to thank a lot of people that helped me out. You know, there's John Willis down there, one of the best nymphing anglers. He's even trying to cast there now. He's one of the best nymphing anglers around. I couldn't have done it without him. And Dave Donovan on the camera. You know, like I've been a great, as I call them, my backroom staff. They're been fantastic to me, and they've given me all their time, and that's, you know, that means a lot. And hopefully I can return the favour. So I'm chuffed a bit. And thanks, Josh, for trying on a fantastic. It really is a fantastic competition. There's nothing to compare to it. I've been to World Championships, European Championships. I tell you, the adrenaline rush in this competition is second to none, and long may it last.
Awesome to hear that, Tom. And we look forward to the future with Fly Fish Live. But thanks again, mate, and big happy birthday to Dave Donovan there, buddy. Congrats, and thanks on the thanks on the camera as well, mate. Good effort in these conditions. But just stay on the line. Hold the line. We will cross over to Shawnee. Are you there, Sean?
Yep. Now we're just waiting for him to come over here to us now. It should be a minute or two now.
He's still wading through.
He took a night way to cross that river.
But if we cross back to you, Tom, are you there, mate?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Will you be fishing? You'll be coming up against Mark Driver, mate, in the playoff in the grand final for first and second.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. The pressure's off now, so it's going to be a crack of that one. Let's hope if Mark can come up with those figures that he keeps on about.
Awesome. We're really looking forward to that matchup, and I'm sure that we probably see, if the weather holds out, we could possibly see really high numbers.
Forecast isn't bad for the week, so like that again, I'm gonna have to ask my my head chef at work to see if he's going to give me the day off. Hopefully he will. Otherwise I'm gonna have to call the sickie.
All right, mate. Well, Noah, do you have anything for Tom?
I just want to say congratulations, and I am scared to compete with you in World Finals.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, Noah.
Awesome. All right, congrats again, Tom. We've got Shawnee here now. We'll cross over to Sean. Are you there, Sean?
Well,
G'day, mate.
how's it going?
Commiserations, man, but it was really, really, really tough fishing by the looks of it, and you're powering through that strong water there, mate. Did you drop many fish, or?
I missed a couple, yeah, but listen, I didn't figure it out. Tried a few different things, Josh, but didn't work for me. Heavier bead, tried dry dropper to start, but no, couldn't figure it out, I'm afraid.
But it was an awesome effort, mate, but you do still have that double chance. It's going to be a rematch of yesterday's match for you. It's going to be you up against Dave Coughlin to fight it out for that third position for the world final. It's going to be another interesting match.
No bother. Looking forward to it. We'll toss the kite.
well done, mate. It was great to watch. Great to watch you fishing. And Noah, do you have anything for Sean?
I just want to say you had your river looked lovely, but looked difficult, and those rising fish they're always they're tough to leave when they're rising. So you fish pretty good, and I didn't see you drop many fish. So good job, and I'm sure you'll win your match next time, right? You'll still get to work. You still have a chance. Yeah.
Still in it. Well, we'll say thanks for jumping in, Noah. Thanks for jumping in, mate, right at that last second as you got out of bed. Thanks heaps, and don't forget your vice to take on the plane, and good luck wherever you're going. All right. Well, let's have a look at the results now. As we have Mark Driver will be coming up against Tom O'Connor. That is going to be an absolute ripper. So stay tuned for that. And we've also got Sean Maher up against Dave Coughlin, rematch of yesterday, and the winner of that will go through to the world final. So there's the top 3 go through. So Tom O'Connor and Mark Driver have cemented their spot right now, and they are officially in the world final May next year. And then it's either going to be out of Sean or Dave Coughlin. So stay tuned for that one. If you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button for us and give us a follow. Also, a big thanks to Brad Gibb over there at Gibbflix. These conditions are not making it easy for him with the logistics of all this, but he's done an awesome job back there behind the scenes. You guys will meet him over there at the world final. We're looking forward to that one. And also in Sector 3, if you want to have a go in Fly Fish Live, make sure you jump on the website, flyfishlive.com, and scroll down to the bottom, the big green button, hit that and enter, and we will contact you straight away. Or if you've got any questions, just send me a message and I'll answer as soon as I can. But anyway, that was the semi-finals, and we're looking forward. Stay tuned to the times for the grand final and the playoff for 3rd and 4th between Sean Maher and Dave Coughlin. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and we'll see you soon.